If you talk to any coach or trainer, a lot of people will argue that the most important part of the game is the first touch. So let's talk about it. What are your different options when a ball comes into you? What different ways can you take your first touch? I'm gonna go over the main 3 touches you should be taking when that ball is coming in. And I'm gonna give you 3 different situations when you can use them. Keeping possession, touching forward, and also going to goal and scoring. So let's start with the first one, which is across your body. All you're gonna need is 2 sticks or 2 cones and kiss them together. We're gonna work that first touch the specific way I just talked about, which was across the body. The first drill is all about playing the wall, touching around the markers, and playing the wall again. That simulates, a teammate playing you the ball, taking a good first touch away from pressure, and finding a new pass. So the first touch is across the body. So all you're gonna do is play your pass inside the foot across the body. Play it into the foot across the body. Touch, play. Touch, play. Working the ball across. It's always inside and you're always going across your body. This is very similar to other sports, whether it's basketball and you're crossing over. It's the same thing, it's a crossover. So take the ball, play it, and you're crossing over. Play, crossing over. That is the main first touch that we're gonna start with. The second option for your first touch, again, when avoiding pressure and just keeping possession, is outside of the foot. So now we're not using the inside, we're using the outside. So you play it, outside touch. Play it, outside touch. If you notice, I'm doing one main thing while I'm doing this. I'm twisting my hips a little bit. I'm playing, I'm twisting my hips. When you would use outside, in my opinion, usually, is where if that ball was coming into me, the ball will be over here on the left side of my body and I would reach with my right and go outside. If the ball was already rolling to my right side like this, it feels awkward just to push it. I probably wouldn't go with the outside on that. When the ball is coming over here, I can reach, twist, and touch across. Touch across, outside touch. Even if I had a teammate over here, I can go outside and play that pass. So again, reach across, outside touch. That's our second touch we're gonna work on in this first touch drill. Outside of the foot. And the last one for keeping possession when that ball comes in, open up your hip. I touched on this one before. I said if the ball was rolling to the inside of my body over here, I probably wouldn't feel comfortable going outside. I would open up the hip instead. So when this ball comes to my right side, it's already there, so open your hip and go inside the foot again. Open the hip, inside. So we did inside earlier, but remember that was a crossover, across the body. So if the ball is over here, the across the body with the inside makes sense, but the ball's on the inside of you, the inside open the hip touch makes more sense. So can you open up your hip and swing it? See how I'm flipping around? Now you need better body shape. Get good body shape, touch it in front of you. Good shape, touch it in front of you. What do you see? Whether you're turning, opening up the hip. So real quick, 4 more. Open the right hip, play it, open the left hip. 2 more, open, get it out of your feet. Don't get it stuck under your body, and that's your third one. So now you know the 3 main first touches that I'm focusing on. Across the body, outside, open up the hip. That's the most basic one, just to get touches. Work that first touch, just a lot of reps, left and right foot, a lot of consistency, okay? That wall, obviously, is a teammate playing you, so you touch and you find your next teammate. That was that first drill. Now, walk with me this way. Second drill, we're gonna work on taking that first touch, going forward, positive. Positive means advancing the ball forward into the next line, okay? So on this drill, we'll be over here, and I'll show you that next. Drill 1, we worked your first touch standing still, just touching, playing, touching, playing. Stay in that pocket, not really moving. Now, the next thing, can you work those 3 first touches we talked about going forward? Advancing the ball and playing a pass to a teammate. So on this one, now your rebounder is here, and I made 2 little gates. I put a cone here, so that's your first gate, and obviously a cone there for your second gate. We want to work on taking a positive touch through the channel and then find a teammate. I put pug nets, the blue ones, those are my teammates, okay? So I'm gonna try to find my teammate after going forward. Okay, same pattern, first touch, what was it? Across the body, okay? So now can we go across our body going forward? So on this drill, you can just work on playing a pass. I'm gonna go right foot across the body, boom, through that channel. Then I'm gonna play a pass to that pug net. So it was right foot across the body. I'll try to do 2 here for you. So when you play it, right foot across the body in front of you, find your teammate. You come back, I have a pile of balls here. Work on going the opposite way. So it's left foot across the body. You play, you have pressure here, so you go this way. Find your teammate and pass. And you just do reps. Get good with your left foot, get good with your right foot. Some key points here. You saw it, it's across the body, but now you want to focus on weight and direction. So obviously, across the body like this is obviously stuck under my body, I can't pass it. And obviously the opposite, if you're out of control, which you see a lot, now you're chasing the ball. So can you have proper weight and proper direction? Meaning get the ball out of your feet just enough and get it on the correct line so I can play left-footed, because you know I'm going right to left, and obviously I'm going left to right, because you know we're working across the body. Okay, I'll go a little bit quicker this time because it's the same theme, just different touch. Now we have outside. Can you do the same thing now? Play it, outside touch forward, find feet. Come right back, reload. Work the right side of your body, play it, push it out in feet, go get it, and pass. Again, it looks basic, it looks simple, because it is, right? We know how easy it looks right now, but we know when you get in a high-level game, you have less time, the ball is coming in faster. It looks so easy watching on TV, but once you get to a certain level, can you keep doing it faster and cleaner? And all that stuff will help you get to a higher level. So I don't care if you're 5. This drill is good for a 5-year-old, okay? They could be like this, literally, pass it, okay, focus, touch, good. That's it. That's how you start. Then, if you're an older player, trying to go quick, really challenge yourself. Punch, touch, pass. I don't care who you are. You need reps. You need reps. That's the outside touch, advancing the ball and going forward. Last one, guys. You know it. Open up the hip. The first 2, the across, the outside, they're aggressive. I like to go really flying forward, almost like running and touching at the same time. I like those for that. The open up the hip, that's more so just kind of directing your touch. Maybe, you know, I have a player there and they're playing me here and I'm opening up my hip to go forward and I make my pass. That's more so when I would use open. You can still use it to attack like I did with the across and the outside, but this one I'm not being as aggressive. I'm just looking to come here, boom, direct my touch and play. You know, I'm not flying forward. I'm just directing that touch to space, away from pressure, and I'm finding my next teammate. So now I know I'm coming here. I mean, this gate, right? So if I'm going to this gate, that means maybe I have pressure coming this way. So boom, I escape pressure and I find my teammate. That is open up the hip. It's a great one just to get away from pressure, direct your touch. It's very accurate. Use the big fat part of your foot. You can't mess that up. Your whole body's behind it. And obviously, make sure you connect your passes. So that's your second drill. You saw the across, the outside, and open, just getting reps, warming up the touch. Then we went a little bit bigger, more in the midfield now, breaking lines across the body. Outside, and obviously I just showed you opening up the hip. Proper weight, not too short, not too long. Proper direction, meaning I know I want this ball to go to my left foot. If it goes to my right foot, that's no good. You gotta make sure you put the ball in the right spot so you can find your teammate. When you see these guys on TV, these girls on TV, they make it look so easy. That's why. Every touch is exactly where they want it. If they were like this, and here, and they're bobbled, yeah, they'd be starting making it look very difficult and very challenging. But their touch is so good, she's like, wow, it looks like a joke out there. They're having a walk in the park because their touch is so mint. The better your touch is, the faster you can get rid of it. The best midfielders, you can't touch them. By the time you get to them, the ball is gone. So have a good first touch, release that pass, great drill to work that across, outside, open, going forward. First 2 drills, what did you notice? We were always facing forward. We're always going forward. So also, obviously in games, sometimes you have to, what? Starts with a T. Turn, right? Same rules apply. You can do an across the body turn. You can do an outside the foot turn. You can do an open the hip turn. And again, yes, there is more options, but this is the core. This is the essential 3 that you need to master. So for this drill, we'll go back where we started, the same markers I had, and I'm gonna make 2 gates again. So I have a gate right here in the middle. I'll make a gate out here, little angles, so orange cone to stick, gate, same thing over here for symmetry. Orange cone and gate. So I can use this gate, I can use this gate, I even can use this middle one as a gate as well. So here's your drill, and we're gonna focus on turns. We might as well stay in the same order, right? So first up, across the body. So if I have pressure on my back, right, and someone's maybe pressing my right shoulder, my right hip, I can go inside of right foot and spin away, and now I'm going forward. Again, slow motion right now, but now opposite. I check my shoulder, I see pressure, inside of left foot, turns. Again, it's across the body, obviously. The ball is over here on this side of my body, and I'm crossing it over to the other side to turn. Maybe I play a pass, maybe I go to goal, maybe I shoot. It all depends on where you are on the pitch, but you know, make the best decision based off what you're seeing with the defenders. Second turn, same concept, just different flavor, outside. I'm not really changing much up here. This is very similar, but in the game, the ball comes in so fast, it's jammed at your feet. It's really all instinctual. I'm not really thinking inside, outside, but you have to have both options available based off how the ball's coming in, where's the pressure, which way are you leaning. So if you can do both, even better. One's not better than the other. Just make sure you have both in your locker. So now when you play it, you know, let's take a look outside. I didn't mention this last time, but it's essentially the same touch. So I'll mention it now. You're looking to get a little English on it. If I have pressure here, can I get a little bit of spin to get forward? I would pretend there's an imaginary dotted line where the sticks are. Can I get my ball over the line in one touch? So for example, when you're here, can I get over that line? Now I'm in. I'm going forward. I just turned my defender. My defender was behind me, right? And I made sure I beat them and I left them behind. If your touch doesn't turn that corner, you might give someone a chance just to take that ball and knock you off it. And again, don't be confused. Sometimes the right option is to go maybe sideways or backwards, just to keep possession. Again, it depends on the situation. It depends where the pressure's coming from. But if we're trying to turn somebody and go to goal, heck yeah, you want to make sure you break that line, boom, and leave them behind and advance the ball. Lastly, open up the hip. I'm gonna give you two different options. First one's obvious. You play it, open up the hip, just steer it through. When you open up the hip, you don't want to catch too much of the ball. I just want to nip it, like I talked about, nip the ball so it continues on its trajectory moving this way. If I catch too much of the ball, it's just too fat, it stops everything in its tracks, and now I'm stuck. I want to nip the ball, you know, with the latter half of my foot down here. Still open the hip, but towards the bottom, so I can just nip it through the gate and it's still rolling where I want to. That's the key with that one. Another option, so I'll give you two for that, it's really a drag, but yes, you're still opening up your hip in some sense. So when you come here, use the inside, boom, and you can drag like that. Other side so you can see it. I'm here, I know I'm going this way, but it's boom, I come this way. That one you can cuff it with the inside to turn it, or you can use your studs, your spikes, and use the bottom and actually grab it and pull it. Again, depends on the flavor, depends on the situation, no wrong answer. So again, a couple quick ones here, play it, just nip it, boom, and I'm out. I'll do a drag to the other side for the other one, play it, boom, boom, and I'm through. Again, it depends. The other one has me going forward, the other one maybe is keeping it more safe, and I'm just keeping possession now. I don't want someone to grab it. Okay guys, that was the main part of the video. I really could stop it there. You know, we did just keeping possession off that glass. We did off the rebounder, you know, going forward positively, and obviously we went, you know, back to goal, working different turns. That's really it. It's all the same touches, but you gotta master them. Inside, outside, or inside across the body, outside touch, and inside open up the hip. Left foot, right foot. I just wanna quickly touch on how you can apply this going to goal as well when you're finishing. So that same rebounder we had before, I'm just gonna flip it around, and I'll go on this side, so now I'm facing the big net. I'm not really warm, and I'm sore as heck, so I'm not really gonna crush these shots. I'm gonna kind of just go over technique here. So don't judge me on speed of play and power. When you do it full speed. So on this one, again, let's start with across the body. So, like I said, rebounder, net, across the bodies first. You can work on playing that board, going across the body with your touch, and also working an across the body finish. So if you play this, I can go right foot across the body touch, and I can go left foot across the body finish. Not my best. That's gonna be a saved. I'll come back again, try to redeem myself. Right foot across the body, left foot across the body. A little better, at least it went in the goal. Obviously you can do both sides. You work on a left foot across the body away from pressure and go right foot on your finish, okay? Bottom corners, low and hard, across the body. But same thing, across the body touch and also cross the body. Turn those hips. You don't gotta crush it in the top corner every time. Just be smart and place it. That's your first one, across the body. Second one, outside the foot. You're not gonna use this one as much. You know, when you take an outside touch, maybe it's not on, I wanna catch him by surprise and go outside of left. Just trying to sneak it in the corner. And again, it doesn't have to be outside. I'm just showing you different options. We know you obviously can go outside touch and do the inside across the body. You can combine them. You can go laces. I'm just specifically showing you outside just to master different parts of the foot. So again, you come in, play it, outside touch in front, and maybe I go with the left. That's not a bad take. And don't be like, you're never gonna do that, man. You never see it. You see top players do it all the damn time. Maybe someone does a Rabona. You're like, why do you go a left foot Rabona instead of right foot? Sometimes it just comes to you, man, and the ball's in the right spot at the right time. You don't think about it, and you just do it. That's what top players do. They don't think. They just act. They play. It's all instinctual. The more tools you have, the more deadly you can be. So again, outside touch, outside finish. You're not going to do that one nearly as much. But again, you can play around with it because again, maybe you're doing passes as well. If I'm going outside the foot to my teammate over there, that's an option. Passing. Again, you're like, why don't you go inside of right foot? I can. So can a lot of people, but sometimes outside, I swear to God, just makes more sense sometimes, all right? So make sure you master the outside of your foot as well. Now back to, your more fundamentals. The across the body one, you're doing that all day long. What's the other one you're doing all day long? Open up the hip. So again, pressure's here, steer it away. I'm not gonna go across my body far post. I'm gonna keep it near and just try to open up the hip there. Obviously, maybe you're in a wide spot. This really makes more sense. And I'm out here, my teammate plays me. I open up the hip here and I'm trying to curve it far post. Just tucking it in. That's open up the hip, obviously. If I was going across the body, I'd probably close the hip more. But again, this video is not really about finishing at all whatsoever. It's more about the prep touch. So when you come here, that open up the hip, boom, right foot, and just trying to tuck it into the open spaces is what we're working on. Again, don't judge me on the power or whatever. Just focus on the technique. Come here, left foot, preps it, left foot, tucks it. It's just consistency over and over and over again. So you saw how you can apply that prep touch across, outside, and open when obviously you're taking shots at goal. That's it, guys. Go get to work. Find a wall, find a building, find a rebounder, and work that first touch. Across the body, outside, and open up the hip. Whether you're keeping possession, driving forward, or taking a touch to cross or shoot, you gotta have those three in your locker. What I forgot turns as well. Turns. Can you turn outside? Can you turn across? Can you turn open? I don't care what you're doing, those three touches are gonna be your bread and butter. I started playing at 3, so I'll say age 3 to age 43. If you're like Ronaldo and you end up playing that long, all right? Anywhere in between, you need to master those. There's levels to it. How clean can you get those? Never stop, train them. You're gonna do them 100 times per game. Left foot and right foot. Master the across, master the outside, master the open. That is my lesson for today. Go home, put it in your homework, enjoy the video, watch it again, practice again, keep working, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time.